It's the Groupcast podcast, a show about stuff like stupid jokes and Charlie folks and random ass topics with Case and Wes and special guests like Fred and Danny, Kyle, Riley, Lennon's there too. This is their theme song, it's pretty cool. Just don't ask Wes to sing the rest cause he'll forget the words, so sit right down and gather round, but not too close because they were so ugly that everyone died. Podcast.
Good evening and welcome to another fantastic episode of Groupcast. This is the first and last time we're ever going to be in front of a live studio audience.
Of 4 people.
Actually, this is the second time.
Of 4 people.
Yeah.
Potluck recipe.
They were participant. I don't know.
They were participant.
They were pita bread.
They had more side conversation than actual anything.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care anymore.
And most of it I don't think was auto.
I don't care about anything like my coffee pot. It's a dick, and I just told Steve to put his dick in it because I just don't care. As always, I am Big West.
There's your creamer.
No.
Nice.
No, we're live. None of that.
God damn it.
Always with Casey.
Hey.
And joining us this week is Kyle.
I'm a box wizard.
Dave.
I don't know how to follow up with that.
And Juan.
I'm black.
I feel
Now
like
we've gotten that all out of the way.
we're on the road to success so far. We've already broken the Mexican barrier. Now we can break the African American barrier. And
Well.
I'm very happy. Well,
Oh god, why do we even bother?
I'm not going to say what I just thought that I almost just said.
We have no filter here.
I don't.
Just like
We
Wes's
have
coffee
no
pot.
filter.
I
here.
know.
Just like your coffee pot. we
Like
have
I
no
said
filter.
earlier, there's no line that we can't cross until we hit it and know
Know what?
that we can't cross that line.
Well, I was going to say, look how far Mexican got us.
Oh yeah.
It didn't.
Because he was on for a while and then
Yeah,
kicked him
he
out.
was a host for a month or so.
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
It was the thing.
Anyway, hey!
Hey.
What's going on? I know you're looking quite saucy today.
I can't see because there's so many lights on.
I have hands.
Because we have a black guy who blends in with everything.
It's a thing. It's a black thing.
But I'm glad you're here.
It's crazy.
God, that just reminded me
Juan?
of the
Juan,
fun.
I'm going to cheat. When we play Night Airsoft Tag, you're on my team.
That's good.
Can I be on your team too?
No, I've got him. And I don't need anything else.
That just reminded me.
I'm the distraction. I'm the white guy that runs naked through the field. You're like, what the fuck?
You shouldn't have eaten those mushrooms I found on the ground. Start seeing things.
He comes up with you like commando shit. And you're like, I broke my knife. Grab battle.
That's
I don't want to get stabbed playing airsoft
kind of the opposite.
by anybody, black or white.
Or purple.
Why the fuck are we playing with Grimace?
Fuck you.
I thought Ronald
You.
McDonald killed that
Fuck
motherfucker.
you. You've destroyed my 3rd grade dreams again.
Of being purple?
Of being purple.
Again?
In 3rd grade concert,
I lost
we
that.
sung, because kids, you do the singing concerts for your
You
parents.
sang.
One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. One kid from our class got to dress up as the one-horned, one-eyed, flying purple people eater. It wasn't me. It was Dion Booth, and I'm pissed at him.
You still don't know his name.
You're as bad as Brendan Crick, where he's like, fuck you, whatever your name is. Because he said the person's name, and I don't remember what it is.
I wanted to be the one-horned, one-eyed, flying purple people eater and dance around the stage like a lunatic, but fucking Dion got to do it. Instead, I played the recorder because I got the goddamn silver bead. Ah!
Wasn't that song about masturbation?
I don't know.
Welcome back to The View.
Our guest today, Oprah Winfrey.
Which one, Fat Oprah or Skinny Oprah?
No, Casey.
Oh!
Wait, did you take it because he's black that I meant he is Oprah Winfrey?
I'm done.
You're
I'm done! I'm so done! I can't keep up this charade anymore.
Do I have to give
can't.
everybody something?
Juan, I am so sorry for his insensitivity.
Oh, his.
I swear to God, I am not a racist.
No, it's alright, man.
I am a 16th Indian, the casino kind, not
Oh,
the.
I'm sorry. That makes everything
Not,
better.
I'm the casino kind, not
Wait,
the.
you've got a problem.
Marlon
Casey, you've got a problem with my people now too?
My,
I am also 1/16th Indian.
Thanks, Marlon Brando.
I've never had this conversation before, ever, apparently.
Go refuse your Oscar somewhere else.
Thank you.
I said refuse it.
Oh, fuck you.
Since we're talking about racism, we might as well just have a stroke and throw up everywhere. God, I'm so done with everything. I really am. I can't.
2 days later, Wes figures out what he wants to say.
I just can't do it.
You're like every white girl ever. They can't even. They're so dumb.
I
They just
can't
do it.
even. I'm
can't
so
do it.
done.
I gotta take like selfies.
What is going on with our audience?
Still, 2 days more.
I think one of them's a chicken laying an egg.
Can I please start with my thing?
Alright, go ahead.
Settle down. It'll be alright.
The plus sign is off, sir.
I don't even know what's so funny.
Nothing. Nothing in particular.
Alright, go ahead. I'm
So,
sorry.
I don't know what caused me to do this, but I spent an afternoon looking at every single bad game that Metacritic has ever reviewed,
Okay.
and I looked these up and I wrote down the top 5 best bad reviews
Okay.
for bad games.
Alright.
So let's begin.
Go on.
Number 5. It was a generic party games for the Wii U.
Alright.
I mean, this is the only like user submitted review. The other ones are professional ones.
Okay.
He said, "By jingo, when someone told me that I could get more enjoyment through putting my head in a wood chipper than this game, I thought he was lying, and by Scott, he was. This game has helped me come to terms with killing my family because it made me detest them even more. Thank you, family party."
Oh my god.
That's great.
Yeah.
That makes me think of when I was buying alcohol last night.
Yeah.
Consider killing your family?
I shouldn't be here.
My life. And my wife.
No, if I was buying alcohol to kill someone, I'd buy alcohol to kill myself, because that's what alcohol's for. But you can only buy cases of like, I think it's like 24 or 18 or more in Pennsylvania. And one of the little stickers on the thing, like, they just have shelves. It's like just general like stock, like Sam's Club almost, only beer. And one of the stickers on the shelf said 24, like 18-ounce family size. Thinking, wait a second.
Alcoholism. It starts early.
It's
Apparently.
Yeah.
Something.
Alright, number 4. I didn't actually write down what this game was, but it didn't look good, it didn't play good, and it didn't sound good. You'd probably have more fun playing backgammon online with your mother-in-law.
The one that you like or the one that hates you? Apparently there's lots of different
You
mothers-in-law.
only have one mother-in-law, unless you're a Mormon.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
it's
like,
like-
there's
But
like,
don't worry, they'll come back later to see if you'll change your mind.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
like different types of mother-in-laws.
Oh,
Like my dad's mother-in-law, he loves to death more than his own mother.
in-law.
My mom's mother-in-law, she didn't particularly care for it.
So what you're saying is no one likes your dad's mom, but everyone loves your mom's mom.
Yes, even though she gave up my mom.
But then I don't want to talk about it.
Dude, wait, what? What?
I don't want to.
Family issues.
It's a thing for a not a show.
Gotcha.
A thing for a not a show.
Number 3.
Number 3.
This game was Ride to Hell Retribution,
Oh, God.
the worst rated game on Metacritic.
Is this like some sort of weird ass roller coaster tycoon?
No,
Game
sounds
Grumps,
like it.
Game Grumps played it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was weird. It was like it had bad voice acting, like
Right.
cheesiness. I don't know why exactly it's the worst rated, but either way,
All of the racing parts for the motorcycles were the same. It was just flip directions.
Yeah.
They added different shit inside.
well, anyway, Ride to Hell Retribution's review was riding to actual hell over 1,000 miles of broken glass using your own scrotum as a toboggan would be more enjoyable.
That's a bar.
Number 2, Batman Dark Tomorrow for the GameCube.
There was a Batman
There was a
game for
Batman game for
GameCube?
GameCube?
Yeah, it was called Batman Dark Tomorrow.
My parents are dead. I'm sad. Where's the alcohol?
This is the one I was telling you about. Or maybe it was the one I was telling Lennon about.
I'm gonna kill my family. Wait, I don't have one. They're already dead. D-E-D, dead.
Stay away from Batman Dark Tomorrow like it was a greatest hits CD of Christina Aguilera songs performed on a water-swollen oboe.
I want to know what a water swollen oboe sounds like.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's very sad, I guess.
Shut up, coffee pot.
And number 1, Leisure Suit Larry box office bust. At some point during the development of any wit and or charm the series had left, was quietly escorted out of the building and shot.
Nice. Congratulations.
That's really sweet.
There you go.
So,
Those are the 5.
so I'm a box wizard at work?
He is a box ball wizard.
Where is that segue coming from?
Nowhere. We don't need them where we're
Sharp is a
going.
mean box ball.
We don't need seatbelts where we're going, kids.
Box.
My face is half gone. I'm sorry. I was two-faced for a second, only you could only see half of me. I'm a box wizard at work.
Okay.
The girl I thought I went to high school with,
Yes.
turns out I didn't. Her name is Emily.
Okay.
She's exactly my age, and we do a lot of talking during our downtime. And she was bitching at me one day that we didn't have enough work. Not really bitching, just like, we don't have enough work. So I turned around, I was like, hold on. I'll use my magical powers and conjure you up some work. And I turn towards the line where the boxes are fitted, and I go, BAM! A second goes by, and a shit ton of work goes by. I'm like, I'm a wizard! And she looks at me like, no, you're just good at timing. So later on, like, the second time, she's like, it's really slow again. Hold on, I got this. BAM! Does it again. I'm God. She's like, no, you're just really good at
You went
timing.
from wizard to god? Damn!
That's quite a leap.
Well, that's the level.
Yeah.
You're either a wizard or you're God.
There-
You leveled up.
There's beasts, there's half-beasts, there's humans, there's elves, there's wizards, and then there's God. You don't go much higher than God. Other than God.
The
God.
holy
Super God. Or super wizard God. Or
Super wizard god.
Half-beast God.
Harold Ramis. Because he's dead now.
After
He's
she
with
was
God.
after she was
And
done
super wizard God.
Super wizard guy.
the third
I
time
need to
that we
draw
were waiting,
that.
she didn't know that Morgan Freeman narrated most of the Penguins. So I had to explain it to her because she saw the movie Bears with her little brother.
Bears?
Which is like March of the Penguins, only with bears and no Morgan Freeman.
It's a Disney documentary about a family of bears.
And I was like,
March of
hold
the
on,
Bears.
I can solve your problem. Bam! And then more work came. I was like, look, I'm a wizard, Harry. That's that.
Did you really say that?
Yes.
Good on you for that one.
I was like, I am the box wizard, and you shall bow before my power. And then I went to work. So I am a box wizard at work.
You are better than super almighty mega death Christ.
Like a death Christ.
Super
man.
wizard God.
Super
It's got like
wizard
Dave
god.
Mustaine's face.
I always hear
What's
that
wrong
name.
with Dave Mustaine's face?
I always hear that name as Dave Must Dave.
Dave Mustaine.
What's wrong with Dave Mustache's Dave face?
Nothing's wrong with Dave Mustaine's face.
Lou Ferrigno's mustache muscles.
Furry mustache. Oh,
No,
yeah.
he
Oh
just
my
said
God.
something Mega Death Christ or Mega Death God or something like
Yeah.
that. And as soon as I heard that, I saw Dave Mustaine's face on like a picture of Jesus.
So you like segues, do you?
No, I think they're dumb and I'm fat.
Okay, good. That's actually a good segue. Dumb and fat. Not about you, but just in general. Stick with me.
Stick with
I
us.
swear to God, it's going somewhere.
This is the joke I wanted to tell.
Unlike this
or the
segue,
story
because I'm fat.
I wanted to tell earlier. There's a woman that came from Satellite to work at us, to work at the...
We don't know what satellite is.
She came from a satellite.
She came from satellite to go work with
You
cable.
know the new Clark's building that they're making?
Sure,
Okay, the really shiny glass
Yeah.
one
Clark's is a shoe
behind
store.
the Utz warehouse.
sure.
Okay, it just started working Monday,
All right.
so they're slowly moving people out. There's two other buildings they have. The one I work in, the shoe department place, guess. I don't fucking remember.
Go on.
And a smaller building they call Satellite.
Okay.
So the people from Satellite are coming to our building, and then slowly we're all going to go to the new building.
All right.
Okay. There's a woman that apparently everyone calls the Tornado.
Okay.
She is a very, very fat, stupid woman.
Go on.
Sorry, go ahead.
She's white.
No.
What's that even doing anything?
I follow you.
But I always wondered why they called her the tornado. It's like the scene from.
I think everybody wonders that.
It's like the scene from Porky's where the kid asked why she was called Lassie. It's like just go fuck her and you'll find out.
She's always
Large
finding someone
Marge
in the
sent
well.
me.
No, during sex she howls
Yeah.
in the movies.
Okay.
But I asked why they called her tornado. It's like you'll find out. There's the stairs. I found out we also have
There's the stairs.
there's the
There's the
stairs.
stairs.
At the
We
bottom
used-
of the sea.
We used to go up to the third floor where we scan. That day I worked a full 3 minutes of scanning.
Okay.
They told me to go downstairs and load trucks. I went downstairs to
Alright.
load trucks. Turns out there's also an elevator I knew nothing about. Later on that night, I saw her come down from the elevator. And I pointed to Josh, who was my trainer. I was like, look, there she is. And we just see her coming down the stairs from the elevator. It was like 2. It's not 30, it's 2. So
stairs.
she'll deal with 2 in an elevator. And she tries to squeeze between 2 wrapped skids of shoe boxes. These are probably 20-pound boxes filled with 12 different pairs of shoes, wrapped on skids. She tries to squeeze between 2 of them, rips the wrap off, and rips boxes out with only her ass and fupa.
God damn.
Fupa?
Fupa.
Fat upper pussy area.
Yes.
Oh! I was not
I-
aware
It's
of
like,
that.
it's like a muffin top, only instead of a belly, it's like the upper pussy.
Whenever you see women that have jeans on and then they have the fat right under the waistline of their jeans,
Suck it in.
Yeah,
That's a
they
fupa.
got like another roll underneath their top roll.
I just like the word
So
fupa.
it's a roll that comes out like that, and then the other roll is like that. Shut up, audience.
Can we stop? The groan light is on.
So we spent 15 minutes making jokes about her knocking shit over. I was like, I wonder how she gets pants on like that, because she's wearing really tight pants for someone so fat. I was like, you know what it is? I bet she doesn't have a fupa. She just takes her ass cheeks and wraps them around and clicks them in like a belt buckle and then rips her
man.
pants up real quick.
I don't need that visual.
She like duct taped 2 buckles.
What? What?
She duct taped 2 buckles to each ass cheek and just like wrapped them around like.
I don't know why, but my immediate thought was she took an ass cheek in each hand and wrapped it around and tucked it in her vagina, and then that's what holds it there.
Oh my god.
I don't know why I thought of that.
Probably there's nothing else going inside the damn thing.
Oh!
So does that mean when she walks without pants, it slaps against her back?
I don't know, but that would be hilarious.
Like, I've seen like really saggy titties before, but like I've never seen. I don't want to see a really saggy ass.
That's why I want to be a huge dick and just grab a tuba, grab a tuba and start playing it as someone's walking.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. So could she fly if she like flapped it around? I mean, wait, no, because I'm thinking about tails.
No,
I'm saying,
I
could she-
understand. Because I had the same thought and asked the same question about my high school German teacher. Because she had like long ass like arm skin, and she would like do this a lot. So it'd be like flapping around. I swear to God, it came down to here, and it'd flap around like
It's like that Goofy gag,
Yeah.
where Goofy's trying to like do a muscle and it just goes.
Yeah.
So it's like that.
Except instead of like it being like this is still here. But there's just like a lot of extra, and she would like whip her arm around and like do this a lot and point, and her classroom is right across the courtyard from the cafeteria. And senior year of high school, I would sit at the table and I wouldn't stare into her classroom because I couldn't see up that far. I could just see the window, and I'm just like, I wonder if she would just jump off the roof of the building, if she would just like take off like Rocky in the beginning of Rocky and
Be like a
Bullwinkle,
sugar
and then
glider.
she'd just start like zooming around and shit. Like she doesn't even have like. What if she flapped? Like would that give her? Like, would that give her more? We had like an intellectual, like scientific conversation about her ability to fly with her saggy arm skin.
If her bones were hollow, I bet she could pull it off.
Maybe.
probably could.
If her bones were hollow, they would fucking break. Because she's so goddamn big.
She'd whistle as she wigs.
Also,
Like wiggles.
Whistle as she wigs.
I didn't word.
I can't even whistle. I'm thinking about wigs too much now.
What were you
Whistle,
saying?
whistle,
not
whistle,
sure.
whistle.
because I'm thinking, okay, so she's big and
Yeah.
she has flaps.
Yes.
Okay.
She's a plane.
You ever see
Our high school German teacher is a plane.
You ever see Family Guy?
Yes.
You ever see the episode where Stewie takes steroids?
Yes.
At the end where he flies off with the
Steroids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
steroids. Yeah, that.
Okay.
That.
I thought she like lost weight and then she just has flaps.
No,
everywhere.
she's just fucking big.
She got the
There we
wrong
go.
skin size.
There you go.
She was Sylvester Stallone before he got old.
She ordered a large.
'Cause that's what
to
he-
give her an extra
She
large.
ate Sylvester Stallone.
Because him and Arnold, Sylvester's a terrible name for a woman, but him and Arnold have like their skin because of all the muscles they used to have. It's like that now for the rest
It's
of
like,
their lives.
ooh.
They just got the flabby arm wings.
Yeah.
They're fat.
That's how they get places so fast. They just fucking fly.
They're flappy pterodactyls.
Pterodactyls.
Speaking of pterodactyls, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, because she clapped by.
That's a good question. That is a good question. What if she clapped like
It's a sonic boom.
Would it like clap and then clap, or like would it all be at once, or would she like clap
Well, no,
and then
no,
something
be-
happened, and when she bring her hands apart, she just like opened a dimensional rift?
Well, no. What would happen is due to surface area and air resistance, as her hands clap, it would be a delayed effect for her skin flaps to flap. Clap.
Got it.
Newton's cradle.
Yes.
It's just fat, just bouncing back and forth.
Yeah, that's nasty to think about.
Wait.
Good night, everybody.
We're done.
Good night.
We're done.
No.
Because I was saying if she brushes her teeth, does it smack her? in the-
I don't know. I don't go
I'm
home
sorry.
with her. I wouldn't want to.
I'm just.
You know,
If she like,
No,
if she's
no,
like
wait,
playing if she's playing baseball,
Why would she play baseball?
let's just
She's
assume-
huge.
if we're having a scientific debate about arm flaps, I think
We
should.
did in
no,
high
wait,
school.
wait. I have to creep West.
4
out
years
even more,
ago.
even more. Since you're going home with your German teacher, instead of a tit job, do you have her jerk you off?
Oh my god.
I think we hit our limit
Shut it
there.
down.
I think that's it right
I think
there.
we should shut it down.
All right, so
I think we need to talk about racism to balance this out now.
I was gonna say if she's playing baseball and she swings the bat really hard, does it just go?
Well, the best thing is if she misses the ball, she can get the rebound with her arm back.
That's a walk. Which she does a lot because she can't run.
But
I think I can add that to my set.
Probably could. There we
Speaking
go.
of set and racism,
Hey,
this past Tuesday, I did my very first open mic stand-up
you
set.
did better than me. I had a bad.
I did it without a microphone also, and it was pretty great. And I ended up improving during a racist joke, and the joke is my aunt thinks that I'm a terrorist because I grew a beard. And
Did you stare at Valak or?
I did. I tried to, but he was too far around the wall. But my aunt thinks that I'm a terrorist because I grew a beard, and I keep telling her that not all men. Shut up! No one cares about you dying. I'm telling a joke. My aunt thinks that I'm a terrorist because I grew a beard, and I keep telling her not all men that have beards are terrorists. Not only are you conforming to stereotypes, but you're also profiling. And profiling is not only wrong, but it's a crime. And let's face it, we all know that crime is for black people.
yeah, I heard that too before.
And it got a pretty decent pop out of it. There was a couple guys sitting at a table.
Freaking Zach Holm.
Yeah, it was new guys. Well, there was a Lennon.
I wonder if you
Is
could
Zach
enjoy
like
having the last
new,
name
or is he
Holm.
like just a floater?
He went to the Comedy Zone for a while and just show up like twice a month.
Okay.
And drink an entire
Yeah.
thing of beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually put him on early.
Yeah.
They swapped him with somebody just so he could be on stage before he got fucking wasted.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah.
Zach Hahn?
No. Yeah. He went on before me. He was supposed to go
Yeah.
after me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
anyway.
terrible.
The table of new people, it was Zach who previously he was on before me. He was taught he's Asian,
Yeah.
and he talked about how
I think he's
how
black and Asian.
something he looks Asian, But he talked about how white people can't be the only people that are racist.
Yeah.
Like, everyone else can be racist. And then I immediately come up and I'm just like, racist joke. And they're looking at me like, oh man, that's terrible. I'm like, look guys, you wanted to talk about racism, so let's have at it.
That was
All right.
great.
And that was Steve's first thing when he came back up after I walked out. He's like, you wanted to talk about racism, so let's have at it.
Yeah,
That's,
I did a joke about a dick superhero, not
Yeah.
like a superhero with a dick powers, but like someone nobody wants to be around.
Yeah.
And I messed it up because I was like, I'm just going around busting down doors and going, who is it? What? That's. And I had to start over. And Steve gets on stage and he's like, I feel like that's exactly the type of reaction a dick superhero would have.
Yeah.
Who is it? Oh, sorry.
It's premature ejaculation.
Yeah, premature
what's going
ejaculation.
on.
Yo, since
I'm
we're
gonna
talking
kick your
about-
ass after I change my tights.
Racism is such a big deal. For me, I laugh. It's funny. Like to me, I love racist jokes. Actually, it was my dream to make a room full of white people feel awkward. And
Congratulations!
no, wait, let me.
For the room size, I think you've accomplished
Wait,
your
no.
dream.
No,
Well,
it
you
gets
forgot.
better.
We're not all white. You and me are
16.
Indian.
That's,
That's
right.
right.
Yeah, you
There
guys
you
are
go.
Indian.
See?
You guys are both Marlon Brando. You guys are Marlon Blando.
Oh!
Oh!
Shots fired.
And so what happened was, it's a
Intervention?
AP psychology, right? There's like 3 black people and the rest are just white people, right? And I was like, oh my god, this is the perfect situation because we're showing YouTube videos, and Boondocks episode, Exorcism of Tom, Stinky
Oh, yeah,
when
yeah.
he, and they say the N word
What's
in
going
that.
on?
Yeah, they say the N word so much,
Yeah.
and it was the funniest thing because they're like, Uncle Ruckus, he's extremely racist, and he's like, we have to, in order to exercise him, we have to use what the white man gave us to, And so
Oh,
there was a
God, I remember
nightstick,
this.
job application, and then later on it says like he will
They start
rap,
flying
he will
around
say
in
words,
circles.
he will say words he doesn't know, and he opens the door and he's like he lets out a cold breath or whatever. He's like, oh, there's strong niggatry in the works, and I look around and nobody, like only the black people are dying of laughter.
I would have laughed.
Everybody's looking at me like, can I laugh? Is it okay? And I'm like, it's okay. You can laugh. And there was
You
the
should have
teacher.
just wrote on a sheet of paper, you're allowed to laugh.
Applause. Or
And then when
laugh.
they look at you, you're like,
But the thing was, this is in school. Nobody was like prepared for the teacher was just looking at me in shock
Yeah.
that the N word was just being like flowing everywhere, and I was amused because like there was a student teacher from some college. She was laughing like looking around, and it was awesome. And then when they get to the point where Uncle Ruckus and Stink Meter they get exercised because they both hate black people, and he calls rap music baboon music or something like that, and I lose it, and that's when the teacher goes and turns off the whole YouTube thing. It's like, oh, we're not doing YouTube anymore. And it was the best day of my life.
That's awesome.
you should have been like, no, that's funny, keep it going.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, this is funny.
Well, like when we got there, I saw Lemaire was there, and Lemaire was like my target audience for that joke
Yeah.
because I wanted to see how he would react to it. I didn't even look at him because when we walked in, who was the other guy? I kept thinking it was Jabri,
Oh.
but it wasn't Jabri.
Nate Marshall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jabri Lee is the guy who looks exactly like Lemaire Lee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're brothers.
That
Obviously.
would probably do it.
Yeah.
Is
And
he
the brothers.
Is he the one who had the beard that had to shave?
No, that's Manny Santiago. Yeah.
So many people to keep track
Yeah.
of.
We all look.
I didn't even
I
think.
didn't want to say it.
Yeah, I was like,
like,
oh, okay, I know what to say.
it's like they're
It's really sad because Manny's Puerto Rican. That's
I forgot he was Puerto Rican.
yeah.
Keith's one joke on Tuesday was like, yeah, I don't know if you're Puerto Rican or Mexican. I'm from Pennsylvania. I don't know the difference.
Yeah.
I love how rednecks
Yeah.
diss on Mexican people and call them Spanish, but Spain, like people from Spain, are white.
Yeah, there.
Yeah. Oh
They're-
my God.
they're white.
I had.
Right.
There were 2 Spanish teachers at my high school.
Mhm.
One of them was Mexican. The other one was actual Spanish. And if you confuse the two, the Spanish one would get really mad.
Yeah, I would be sure they're tired of being considered
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
Well,
They're 2 completely different cultures.
it was
Well-
about a month ago.
They kind of are.
Well, during the Spain's conquering of South America and such.
No one expects a Spanish Inquisition.
Jared expects.
That's why they all speak Spanish, is because the Spaniards took over all of the native. Mexican people are actually Native Americans.
Yeah, Mexican culture is like a combination
Well,
between
Native American continental. I don't know what you would
Native North Americans.
that one.
whatever.
But they think they're Spanish, but they only speak Spanish because the Spanish conquered that area.
It's not even the same Spanish either.
No.
It's all conjugated.
Actually, my cousin refers to himself as Hispanic.
That counts. That is allowed.
That's pretty much covers everything.
That's Dominican Republic, Puerto Rican, Mexican, Spanish.
It's an umbrella term, pretty much.
Yeah.
It was about a month ago. My grandpa went on one of his.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
No,
No,
that
this
was
is
my
uncle.
uncle.
Yeah, I know.
He went on one of his old guy.
That's
braces,
not a bike. This is a bike. It's his
braces things, and he started talking about them damn Mexicans and Puerto Ricans, and everything. And my brother and I had to sit him down and like, look, Mexicans and Puerto Ricans are two completely different people. No, they're not. They both speak Spanish. Yeah, they may both speak Spanish, but Mexicans are brown and Puerto Ricans look like us.
Even though Manny Santiago is from Puerto Rico.
Most are white.
They're just overly tan. Us.
Well, most Puerto Ricans. I
Anyway,
know.
can we move on?
No,
please?
we cannot.
Yes.
Because we gotta confront this head on.
Hold on. This was decent. It was a political discussion on racism
I know, I'd like
that
to move
also
on.
brought in history.
I'd like to
This
move
was
on.
educational for the audience.
I'd like to move on because I have something else to say about.
Oh, it's not all about you.
It is now.
We got 4 other guys here.
It is now.
6, 1100.
The other thing that I thought was really
I
funny.
am really the worst person. I really, really am the worst person.
Why?
Speaking about history and racism, and then you said we got 4 other guys. First thought, 3-fist compromise.
No.
I am terribly sorry. I am the worst person
I am
ever.
the worst person. I'm the guy at parties who mixes M&Ms with the Skittles. I'm pretty much Satan.
I would actually enjoy that.
I called it an entire table. You people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because everyone except an entire table full of people knew who my uncle was. And part of my joke was the you people was completely improv. And I said, for those of you that don't know who my uncle is, specifically you people, I don't really mean you people, but let's go with shut up, I'm telling jokes.
That's fine.
Yeah. And was
It's pretty funny.
Zach is Asian of some kind. I think his friend his friend looked Mexican, and then there was a redneck guy and 2 fat chicks.
Yeah.
And I looked at the fat chicks and I said, I don't mean you people. So something.
Because I am also fat.
The other thing that I thought was funny from that night was when Shane Gillis got on stage and he started making cream puns
And he
just
started pulling
out
creamers
cream
out
out
of
of
his
everywhere. I was sitting playing video games, and I like to play as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He just takes a thing of cream, just puts it on the wall.
I didn't know what was going on at first, and then I caught on. It was so fucking funny.
We were all hoping he had one more to do at the end.
Who did Keith tear apart?
Everyone. Oh, he broke the room down in sections. He's like, it's like goddamn high school in here. You got the table full of jocks. It was Wes Williams, Mike O'Donnell, Shane Gillis, and the new chick from Texas.
Yeah.
The comic book nerds, which is me, Casey, Lennon,
Erica,
and Erica's friends, and then minorities, which was
the you people.
no, the you people had already left at this point. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's right.
And the minorities were Lemaire, Nate, Manny, and Steve. And for some reason, Benty Steckler.
He's the exact opposite of a minority.
Yeah.
No, he's too white to be white.
Yeah.
And he was...
Ben T. Steckler is Colonel Sanders.
Pretty much.
He watches over the minority. But when
That is so wrong.
when Keith walked in, he was wearing one of his pit, like, polo-looking shirts.
Oh, yeah.
And we were saying that just give him like a big ass headset and a clipboard and just have him go yell at a football team. He looks like he should be a football coach.
Yeah.
And then once he gets up and says it's like goddamn high school in here, this this is this table, this is this table. I'm like, Jesus Christ,
Freaking
he's our principal.
Mike O'Donnell starts when Heath gets up. He
Yeah.
just takes a bunch of cream and just goes like throws it at him. And goes,
Yeah.
"Sup, nerd?"
Yeah, and it did start turning into high school.
It
It was
pretty much
it was
did.
fucking weird, but I loved it so much. I've never laughed there that hard before.
What-
Well, no, I have.
What
It's
group
like
does
the third.
Keith fall under, though?
He's our principal.
He's the principal.
Yeah,
Even the principal gets stuck into a group.
he hates us and just doesn't generally give a shit. He's like, you people are fucks. I hope you just graduate and leave
and
me
I
the fuck
do
alone.
mean you.
Yeah, I do mean you people, especially you minority table. Ben T. Steckler.
I like how when he got up, he was wearing a Penn State alumni hoodie, and like one of the things he said in his set was like, I don't understand why this says alumni. It should be alumnus. And then Steve's in the back. He goes, "Thank you."
Whose joke was it that Steve got up and he almost like kicked his chair back? He's like, "Wah!" He pulled a me. He did that a lot. He was
Yeah.
just like really animated Tuesday night. It was great. I'm gonna miss him.
Is he dead?
No, he's going to Moldova.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
I was like,
Yeah.
He's going to a third world country. He's pretty much dead.
Oh, that's my phone.
Oh, hey,
No electronics.
put that away, son.
It's Riley. He might come over.
Oh, cool.
Tell him I'm here, and I have my hammer.
If I had a hammer, I'd
If I
hammer.
could
Jared,
have
don't
a
touch my hammer.
I'd hammer in the morning.
Well, stop it. No.
I'd hammer
Oh,
in the
okay.
evening.
Hammer.
I don't know what comes after that.
While we're talking about open mic and shit,
Yeah.
we have been talking about taking pancakes for dinner and turning it from just a cover band that doesn't do anything to a comedy duo troupe.
I think it's a
Oh,
great idea.
you should do comedy magicians. Like what's their names?
No, don't.
What?
do that.
The Amazing
I don't-
Jonathan.
Penn and Teller?
That one.
There you go.
Okay, wait.
You could be the fat one.
The tall fat one, and I'm the guy who
I'm
never
sorry,
talks.
that's profiling. You could be the fat one.
You gotta wear a suit, and you.
Yeah.
You have to lose weight.
You
to
know,
be the
Kyle,
little-
people tell me that I'm a jolly person, and for a while I believed them. But then I came to realize that the aspect of being fat should be really only reserved for fat people. The aspect of being jolly should be only reserved for fat people.
How many comedy duos are there?
Several.
I know there's Penn and Teller, Stephen Lynch, kind of with.
I forget who the non
Concord.
not the
That one.
non Flight of the Concord brothers are.
Let's fly to the Valkyrie.
Everything
Mine's
Costa?
good.
Sure.
Is that a cover?
Pretty good.
Are- which one's the two nerdy looking
Yeah, I
guys?
guess
what I'm
that
thinking
would
of.
count.
I would think so.
Abbott and
Stand up.
Costello.
I
Who's
can't
on
remember.
first?
I don't remember their names either.
I don't remember.
They were okay.
Who's on first?
Puppets
Yes.
don't count, right?
What's on second?
Huh?
Sure.
Puppets don't count.
What
Puppets.
to
Yeah,
set up for this to make sense. One of the jokes or stories that Steve told in between people's sets was he's now the semi. He's the non-proud owner of a double-headed dildo
Yeah.
that has been inside of his ass at least 3 times.
Ah,
Casey's weird.
I know.
And not me.
Yes.
For once. He has
And
a girlfriend who has the same name as me. So
when
that's
we
the same
started
way.
when we started talking about taking pancakes for dinner on the road, I immediately thought
Continental breakfast.
we need to do a song, and I want to incorporate Steve's dildo somehow. And my first thought, for some reason, was parody theme for Cheers, and it goes along the lines of making your way through the world today takes everything you got. Taking a double-headed dildo in the ass sure does hurt a lot, right, Steve? And then just like, yeah, that's all we have so
Would you like
far.
to get away?
Yeah,
Casey's weird.
I don't want to talk about it.
Like the last time I saw her, she was talking about.
I don't
the vibrating
want to talk
dick ring
about
thing.
it. That's all she talks about.
Here's
That's
the-
why I don't want to.
Here's the other idea that I had that I think is really great.
Go ahead.
It's topical too.
Yes, Casey.
Yeah, I wanted to be like,
Like a cream?
yeah,
Okay.
I like the ointment topical mostly.
Like a cream.
Like a cream?
Like cream.
Like a cream.
My Sharona. I don't know what that was.
Anyway, Casey, go on. What's
Sorry.
Yeah.
Get down with your bad self.
Being like,
Get down, get down. can't help it. I really can't.
Jungle Boogie aside, we were thinking of doing doing a bit like, since all these people on YouTube and otherwise are doing parody songs of all the songs from Frozen.
Oh, yeah.
We decided to make our own.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So when we say the part where we say, "Do you want to build a snowman?" Everyone in the audience go, "No!"
Audience.
No.
When your part comes up, you do it, alright?
No.
Alright?
Alright.
Okay?
Do you want to build a snowman?
No!
Okay, bye. And that's it.
It's gonna take you. Yeah.
Good job, audience. Good job. Give yourself a pat on the back and rub down.
So fucking
I
dumb.
also-
Steve, you
I
can
also
go
want-
back
I
to
also-
the
I'm done with this show.
and the coffee.
I also want to steal my own song
Okay?
and
You're allowed to do that.
perform
Yes.
"Ducks in the Wind." I want to do that.
Ever since you said that, I've been like thinking about that at work. I've just been thinking "Ducks in the Wind." I can't remember any other part of that song. Just ducks in the wind. All we are is ducks in the wind. I'm like, why the fuck can't I remember anything else?
I have it written down.
Don't hold on, 'cause your wings are some kind of something. Ducks in the wind. I don't know.
Dust in the Wind is a really, really depressing song.
I don't know.
Yes.
Especially when played on Disco Friday at work.
Can I do my version of Radioactive?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can feel it
In my bones, something in my bones.
I can't escape this. It's still in my bones.
Get the fuck out.
Wow.
It's still in my bones.
I broke my femur. I broke my femur.
Oh god.
Gary Limoges recently broke his femur.
That's sad.
Yeah. What did he do?
Baseball.
Baseball. That's right.
Oh,
Old school
With the
Hollywood-
German teacher?
Oh,
Old school Hollywood baseball.
Did the
Da-da.
one guy come back? Your new Riley and yours new hero.
Wayne?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, whatever happened to
He
Wayne?
I don't
disappeared.
give a fuck. He disappeared, and that's fine.
But Wayne was funny to laugh at.
We have Valak for that. We're all right.
Valak
we have
is
a quota of 1.
Valak is sometimes funny to laugh at.
He's had good sets recently.
Really?
Comparatively.
Great.
Yeah.
The times that I
Wait,
don't
good
show up
what?
because now I gotta work.
Good sets.
Okay. I thought.
Damn you, Valak. Fuck you, Valak. And your cockhead.
Dad.
I have a Valak joke I want to run by you later.
All right.
It's an interactive one.
After the show.
Yes.
So I have a story.
Alright, go ahead.
Unless anybody else wants to say something.
Oh, can I go on my very small rant for a second?
All right.
Fucking Johnny Manziel went to Cleveland.
Johnny Football.
Johnny Football went to
I just love
Cleveland.
that he's called Johnny Football.
22nd pick in the first round of the NFL draft. Holy shit! He's in Cleveland.
That means they're gonna do marginally better now.
They're going to do fucking something.
marginally better.
I don't know, but he's in goddamn Cleveland.
Is that the guy Josh was talking about?
He's the
The only-
They just kept saying haha dicks.
I don't think that
no.
is
There's
Dick
a
spelled with an X.
I can't remember what his first name is, but there's a guy with the last name Haha.
That one.
Yeah.
That one. Where'd that one go?
I don't remember.
That's all they've been talking about at work is
I-
haha dicks.
I want to say Minnesota, but I'm not
the
sure.
only part of the draft that I watched
Yes.
was, I don't remember who it was, but it was this gigantic black guy.
haha dicks?
No. And he got picked. And he just goes,
Haha dicks?
but he just starts
Yeah.
crying like a little girl. And he tries to get it together, and then there's another guy coming to shake his hand. He just breaks down again.
He just goes, what? And then like his eyes just burst out, and his like fucking water hose is just
I've
out
seen-
of tears.
I think it was I don't remember what show it was, but I've seen a show where somebody started coughing and their eyes came out of their head. It was a doctor show. It wasn't House.
That's impossible.
Yeah, actually,
something.
Eddie Murphy can. Fun fact: he can pop an eye out.
So apparently you can do it when coughing. It's not impossible.
I mean, I thought you meant like all the way out.
No, it was
Like
just
they
like
were
a
they were
little
coming
bit.
out of his face.
Okay, because it's possible to make, if you can do it right, it's possible to push your muscles in the back of your eye outward, so they can like stick out a little more. but they can't fall out unless you
Dangle.
somehow. Yeah, they can't do that.
Nah,
Yeah.
It's next to impossible.
Newton's cradle. The NFL draft is like one of the very, very few times that my brother and I can actually coexist with each other. It's because of
Because he has a mustache.
well, our commentary is like spot on. Like,
Dave mustache.
but before they actually go in and the draft starts, they have like pre-coverage and stuff. Like, it's like the red carpet for the NFL draft.
They took
And-
way too long with that.
Well, it was from 1 to 8 all day Thursday.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Well, there was
That's
a lot
dumb.
of guys.
Why would you do that?
There's a lot of guys.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
I just-
one of the because it's Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah.
All the prospects took their mothers to the thing,
Okay.
and my brother and I just sat there and we watched this one.
But none
one
of the dads were
prospect.
there
No,
because they don't exist.
sure,
They left.
yeah, a long time ago. That's why they became football stars. They gave them the.
They felt it in their
They
bones.
gave them the
I can feel it in my bones. No
You're
more
not gonna get this
fathers
across.
in my bones.
Casey
Yeah.
just doesn't want to hear this.
Casey's turning to me.
Fuck your stuff. Fuck it with a double-hilted stick.
Stacey, what was that
Build up.
song I was singing yesterday? Something about Jif and peanut butter. I don't know, like peanut butter and Jif. It's the same thing. I don't know. It was dumb.
But this one prospect
Yes.
comes up with his mom, and the interview lady is talking to him, and she looks at the mom. She says, "So," she asks, "How proud of you are you, son?" Yeah, it's pretty cool that he's being drafted. And my brother and I just go, "Whoa, that's not his real mom. He paid someone." Because she's very unenthusiastic about everything that's going on. He's just like, "Yeah, I'm fucking excited. I'm glad to be here." Yeah, he's like doing this, like he can't stop moving. And she's like, "Yeah, whatever.
She was a hooker on the street.
That's cool." Probably.
I have to say.
Hey,
though,
will you be my mom?
No
sure, if
offense
that's
to
what you're into.
your mom if that was your mom. Just put it out there.
I don't even care. Your mom should be more proud of you because you're being drafted or potentially being drafted.
The likelihood of you watching us is 0 to none.
But if you did, thanks for watching.
Tell your friends.
We love you.
Tell Roger Goodell because he's a fuck.
so many people are.
Fuck the Knish.
Okay.
But then
Wes has it in with the Bolivians.
I wasn't paying attention to what was going on. I was doing something for the show that I completely forgot to save.
I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Nah, never mind.
But there was 2 interview guys talking about something, and one of them says he has good ball handling skills.
All right.
And
Oh no.
Is she perked up at that one?
and my brother said something, and I thought my brother said he's got big balls.
We've
And
got the biggest balls of them all.
and then the guy goes on to say something about the prospect being like a touching person, like he helps in the community, and he's a real nice guy, and he touches a lot of people.
Oh god.
And I thought I heard my brother say he's got big balls. I'm like, who's got big balls? Is it that guy? Is it because he touches people a lot? He's just like, what? I was like, that's what I thought was going on. He's just got big balls because he touches people.
Is
I
that
mean,
how I get big balls? Touch people? Is that
probably.
Is that a thing?
Like,
I don't think you want to have big balls.
Oh
though.
yeah, I don't think so either.
why not?
Because that's like a large area of weakness. Like I'd rather have small balls. So I don't get like if
Okay,
this way you don't hit it. Like, go ahead.
Imagine you're trying to show off a briefcase, but you shove so much shit into the briefcase that you don't care about the briefcase. It's what's inside the briefcase.
It's what's inside that counts.
Exactly. But you want the briefcase to be shown
It's
off.
what's inside that counts.
What I'm trying to say is,
Thanks, John, man.
why do you want big balls?
So here
when
we
you should
got
be
the
worried
first
about
ball
dick
right
size?
there,
Because
and here's the
apparently
other guy.
penis envy.
Wait a minute. How would you walk with big balls? Because you're.
Painfully.
Because I mean,
You're a
they would
tanuki.
smack into your leg really
You got
hard.
giant
if you ran.
balls.
But that's why I wear compression shorts, because I got a lot
He's got a
of
boulder.
junk that like corral, so I just wear compression
Did you
shorts.
say you have a junk corral?
I have a lot of junk to corral.
He has a.
Come on, Casey. I'm 75% deaf in this ear, and I even heard that.
Wesley Lowe's Big Boner Ranch.
Stud ranch.
Oh, okay.
I always knew that I was going to.
We're
like,
filming
start
porn
something.
now, by the way. That's our upcoming title.
We're filming porn.
So I got
We
hit
already
on,
had a porno without the porn.
so I got hit on by drunk people.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I wish I could.
One of the last days, I was working at the Anchor at my college.
Is that the pizza place?
Yeah. It's not all pizza, but you get the idea.
At pizza.
Yeah, I was at pizza. Go ahead, Lennon. You know you want to.
No, I don't.
Okay.
He's
So-
too busy coming over the house now.
No, we eat pizza!
There it is.
There you go.
So I was working the hot bar and I was making sandwiches for people, and these three really tall women come stumbling into the
That's my type of woman.
By stumbling, you mean they opened the door and immediately ran face first into the door
There
jamb.
aren't any doors. They're always open.
What? You got the little swivel gates of a saloon?
How do you close?
Punch
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that
you
one.
close.
It's weird. It's like, I mean, there are doors, but they're always open. You don't have to actually open a door.
So, you're like 7-Eleven. You're always you may not be doing business, but you're always open.
Sort of.
Because
The front of the store is all glass.
Fuck your glass.
And the doors are made of glass.
Fuck your glass.
What's
You
to
may
take
have
them
installed
apart?
them in the past.
May have.
I doubt it.
Yes.
Danny's calling me. What do I do?
He wants to be on the show.
Well, we're in the middle of one.
Well, then hang up.
Okay.
Call him back when it's over.
Okay.
I forgot. He wants to be on the show.
Well, we'll do something.
It
with
doesn't.
it
It doesn't matter when. He just said he wants to be on.
We'll do something with it later.
Anyway, these three girls come stumbling in, wearing high heels, but they never fall over, which was
Wait,
impressive.
how tall were they?
About as tall as you are.
Fuck yeah. I can't find any!
They were like sticks.
Why would you want one?
I mean, they were wearing high heels.
Do you know how painful it is to bend over to kiss a girl?
Do you know how probably less painful it would be to just pick her up by the shoulders and bring her up to your level?
That takes more effort.
No, it doesn't.
Hey.
Hold on a second. It's like in my philosophy when I played goalie for soccer in high school gym class. It's easier for me to pick up my leg than it is to move my hand down.
I have picked her up to kiss her before. But I would prefer to have a tall woman so I don't have to worry about either or option. It's just, she's there, I'm there, done. I'm done.
They were wearing high heels, so they're probably not that tall. But
Okay.
By
well,
high heels, he means they're 5'5" and they're wearing like 18-inch lifts.
They're wearing elevator shoes.
Even if they're like 5'7", that still would be a very tall woman to me.
Ella
I have not
Fitzgerald.
yet found one. I
Either-
have a problem.
So you
Regardless.
attract shorter women.
Apparently.
Okay, so
Do
this.
I need to cut you off at the shins?
No, I like being tall.
I like having
I just wish
shins.
other people were tall too so we could
I'm not.
tall together.
Yeah, I'm not tall.
So they walked over.
It's not as big as it really is.
It was two people.
Alright,
One of
as
them was
big as-
wearing the fake fedora sort of
$12.
thing that people call a fedora. That's
But
not
it's
really
not.
a fedora.
Okay.
Huh?
Trilby.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's what it's called.
Yeah, that thing. One of them was wearing that. One of them was wearing a sun hat, and one of them was a lesbian.
I'll take all three.
So wait, she just was
Where are
wearing
they?
a lesbian or what? She was just lesbian.
She was the lesbian. She didn't have a hat, so I had no other way to identify her.
I'll take all three.
She just
Where
had
are they?
she had short hair and she was wearing cargo pants. She looked lesbian.
Oh wait! Before I
Okay.
take them, are they attractive?
Yeah.
All three
They
are
were
just.
sticks.
There's six. I
They
think
were
it's
sticks.
oh.
They were sailing away and they were sticks. They had too much time on their hands.
If they weren't so
they,
thin,
they
would
had,
they be
They
attractive?
had too much time on their hands, so they decided to be renegades and walk into the store. And yeah, they walked in, and one of them like grabbed one of the slips to order a sandwich. She started writing it down. She was like, "No, I didn't mean to do that." She's circling things, going, "I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that either. Somebody turn this thing off."
That's what she's. Oh,
Yes. So she got her equally drunk friend to circle everything on the slip and send it to the people making the sandwiches. Meanwhile, I'm just standing there watching like, oh my god, those people are really drunk.
I'm wondering if I want to pick up sticks or not.
I think I would have fun. Just stop it! No! Stop! What are you doing? I told you to knock it off! Somebody turn this thing off!
So the people at Deli started making the sandwiches. So they decided to just walk around. And I'm just standing there like watching them do their thing.
They just walk up to the sneeze guard thing and flop over. And they're just like, "What you doing?"
Well, no, they almost did that. They sat on the counter beside where I was standing, and they're like, "Hey, you're wearing a hat." Are you watching the Kentucky Derby?
The Kentucky?
What?
The concussion derby?
They said you're wearing a hat. Does that mean you're watching the Kentucky Derby? And I was like, no.
So, what?
Apparently, if you wear a hat, you're watching the Kentucky Derby.
But it's gotta be a big floppy hat.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was wearing a
Fuck,
baseball
Damn it,
hat.
Casey, where are these women?
What? I don't know.
I just
Where are they?
I'd never
Swear to me!
I'd never.
My parents are dead!
Much like America Man, they walked in and they walked out, and I never saw them again.
Yeah.
Damn.
I just imagine just like, you're wearing a hat.
Yes, they started hitting on me. One of them was like sitting like halfway on the counter and was like, "Hey, you're pretty happening."
You're pretty happening.
Yeah, and then one of the managers walks up next to me and she's like, "Hey, Casey, how you doing?" And she stops, she looks at the counter, and she sees them sitting there, and she goes, "Oh."
She stops and goes, "You're so drunk."
You're so drunk.
I've
she
only
was-
ever known one girl that's as tall as me.
He's on.
She was really mad.
Kyle, we know you're sad and lonely and freakishly tall, but that's not our problem.
This is a thing that is piqued
I
my interest.
understand. Just they're gone forever. They're never coming back.
You don't know
You'll
that.
never find them. They were really four midgets stacked on top of each other. You're just gonna have to get over it and move
But
on.
there's 3 of them.
Kyle,
One of them was
Kyle!
lesbian, so there were 2 of them.
Kyle, get over it.
But they're tall.
It's not about you.
So I
No,
was.
it's about them. Where are
Hey,
So, are we gonna do a web redemption where he gets dressed up as a purple-eyed, whatever,
One-eyed,
with tall
one-eyed,
women
purple
around
people.
him?
that would be amazing.
I don't even know what was going on. I just heard one-eyed, one purple.
One hit wonders.
That one.
Every time I hear someone say they were hitting on me, especially in your case, like I just imagine this freakishly tall chick sitting on the counter, just like, "Hey, you're wearing a hat. That's pretty cool.
That's
You're
pretty
wearing a
happening.
hat."
That's pretty happening.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, my manager was standing next to me, and she's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna kill him."
Are they regulars?
She's like, "I don't care if you gallivant all over the
Gallivant.
I love that word, gallivant. But don't sit on my counters." And she's like,
We don't want your slut juice everywhere.
Slut juice.
they were wearing dresses, so it may have leaked out the side a little bit.
They're wearing dressers?
Dresses.
Oh, I thought you said dressers. I'm like, holy shit, how did they get one of them on and carry it around?
Drunk strength.
Drunk strength. It's a whole nother level.
You guys, I'm gonna level with you. They were pretty freaking squong.
Get out. Get out.
Stacy's dying over there.
Yeah, so is Baby Steve.
That's so much
Baby
fun.
dildos.
Oh no.
Whenever I do that, Stacy releases this like almost inaudible squeak,
Yeah.
and it's hilarious.
Do it again.
Hey Stacy, guess what?
Uh,
I'm squong.
It's like, it got progressively smaller and more high pitched.
She knew
I
it was
love it.
coming.
It's so much fun.
He sounds like a goose off in the distance. Penguins can't fly,
I
dumbass.
can't make a goose sound.
I can make a
Just like I don't know tall
Goose,
women.
goose, goose, goose. Just
I can make a penguin noise. Listen. Wham. Bam! Robert De Niro.
Oh god. So Sony is turning back the clock a bit. Have you heard about this?
No.
They're coming out with essentially an MP3 cassette tape, and I don't remember what the actual storage is, but it's either 80 or 800 terabytes
Terabytes?
in storage size,
That's ridiculous.
and it's a cassette tape. They figured out that if they use some sort of special magnet on cassette tape, they can actually double the size of shit.
Wow.
But with that, you'll have to get special things like special equipment to actually put digital music on. a
Yeah,
hard
remember
But
the other
that
week.
makes it nice
Because-
for people that only have a cassette player and don't want to like.
Who anymore
Riley.
has a cassette player? I do, I know.
Actually, my car
But-
has a cassette.
Mine does too.
Yeah, but let's think about majority here. at one point,
At this point in time, it is a lot cheaper to go and buy a beaten up piece of shit that most likely has
I
a cassette
understand that.
versus a car that doesn't.
there was a thing I saw, I believe it was College Humor that said something about it. It was either College Humor or Dorkly. They were talking about the graduating class of 2018. How when they were born, it was 2001, 2002. That's when they were born.
Yeah.
Cassettes don't mean anything to them. CDs barely mean anything to them. Like, they're never gonna...
Yeah, but...
They're probably never gonna have a car or...
Vinyl records don't mean anything to us anymore.
They mean a lot to me. I still have vinyls.
I wish I had vinyls.
And people who are the graduating class of 2018 will still be like, yeah, I would have a cassette.
No. Remember, graduating class of 2018, these are the kids now that are in middle school, barely getting out of elementary school.
They're in middle school. They already have iPhones.
That have
and all
iPhones
sorts
and
of shit.
iPads and all this shit.
When I was in elementary school, you were top shit if you had a corded phone in your room.
I remember everyone was like, oh my god, you have a flip phone, that's amazing.
I saw a 5th grader. Not only was I pissed off because at the time it was snowing, he was with his very much younger sister. Not only was I pissed off because it was snowing and he was wearing shorts and a t-shirt,
those people are the...
but he had a goddamn iPhone. And he's in 5th grade. He's already a douchebag. And he's in 5th grade.
You're old.
I don't care.
That's
I
like that.
really don't.
I am 19. I'm not old in any way, shape, or form. I hate those people.
One of
Yes.
my favorite comics of all time. It's this guy saying to a girl, it's like, I think I'm getting old. I don't know anything. No. The kids these days, they're talking about music and stuff, and I just don't like it at all. I need some young people in my life. He's like, wait, this guy Jerry is a young guy. Let's talk to him. Jerry, you're youthful and stuff. Tell us about Pokemon. He's like, well, I just caught a Chandelure the other day, and she turns to the guy and goes, Does that make you feel any more youthful? He's like, no, but it made me angry.
Like, I understand that when I was their age,
Yeah.
even though we're not that far apart, and we aren't that far apart in age,
Yeah.
but, alright, when we were that age, we didn't have that kind of technology, so we couldn't have that at the time. But still, why does a 5th grader need an iPhone? Why do they need a phone in general?
I
thought the parents of this generation were so overprotective that they wouldn't even let their kids walk to school.
I got my first phone when I was in 6th grade.
I got my first phone, like my first legit phone that I used all the time,
Yeah.
just for calls in 9th grade. I didn't get my own, I didn't get a texting plan or anything until end of 10th grade.
I had to wait until I was 13 to get a phone.
I beat all y'all at that. I didn't get my very first phone until I was 17.
I beat you actually.
Did ya?
I didn't get my my own phone that I could use until after 12th grade.
Lennon will beat all of us when he
20.
decides to get his own phone.
20.
There you
I
go.
had one at 20.
Whatever.
And I used it for about 3 months and decided, fuck this thing.
Now no one can get a hold of him when he's out of his house.
Damn right.
Yeah, I got my first phone when I was in 6th grade because I had to walk home and I had to call my mom every day to tell her that I was home. That's all I used it for, though.
Every time I think of you not having a phone, I just imagine your parents are the coolest people ever. Because you don't have a phone, if something were to happen, you just have to figure it out on your own. So essentially, when you leave the house, your parents are like, "All right, good luck," and they just let you go.
No, it's not. No, they're not worried because, let's say he was out and suddenly zombie apocalypse. It just happens. Nothing started. It's just fucking there.
Yeah.
He knows how to make smoke signals to talk to people. He's already better than the rest of us.
But we're 1/16 Native American, so
We'll
it'll
have
just
to rely
happen
on
to
our
us.
inner ability to
We
do
can
so.
talk to each other, so hope to
basically,
God.
If I need to gamble,
You got us.
Yes, there you go. Or alcohol, because I have a lot of that now. But you don't drink, so fuck you.
right.
Anyway, I'm
That's right.
sorry. I forgot. Well,
Like,
little
we're
kids are
pissed at
dicks.
Yeah, when I was in 5th grade, I was still impressed at people that had corded phones in
Yeah.
their room.
See, I feel like you guys are just being a little bit hypocritical. Just a little bit.
I don't know how.
I see how what you're saying has merit, but I still say...
No, explain to me how it is hypocritical.
Every generation is going to be like that.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, you guys have it so much better than the people who came before you.
Well, that's your typical old
No,
people
I
thing.
understand that. And like I said, because when we were that age, we didn't have that kind of technology available, so we couldn't have it when we were that age. But there still should be a limit. Like, a 5th grader should not need a $400, $500, $600 phone. There's no reason for it. That's what I'm saying.
Everyone's raising their hands behind you.
There's no What?
It's going to be like this in, like, say, 2058 when you have hoverboards. There's going to be the guys that have, like, the
At that point, no one's
hoverboards.
going to give a shit.
They're going to have, like, the crappy hoverboards, and they're going to look at the kids, like, then it's like, oh, these guys had the hoverboard phones that have a touchscreen and make coffee.
No, going back to Wes's point. A corded phone in your room. How much...
I said nothing of a
Hold on.
A corded phone in your room and a tall woman to make out with.
Dressed in purple.
Dressed in purple.
Shut up. This is gonna work. I promise. How much would it cost you to buy a corded phone?
Back then or now?
It's
now it's like $4.
It's $4 now. Back then, how much
Like
would it cost?
$30.
$30.
Like
How much
office
does
phone?
it cost for an iPhone?
$600.
No. 400 base price.
Almost $600.
Yeah, but see,
depends
that's
what
because
version.
a corded phone is just calls.
Okay.
An iPhone is like everything.
What problems do parents have giving their kids a corded phone? A phone that's in their room that they can use to call people.
That's also cheaper.
It's also cheaper, and every call they make is recorded and sent to them on the phone bill, so the parents always have access to what they do.
Same thing.
All right, I got something.
iPhones, you can do that. Most parents
Yeah,
don't
I
care.
know.
If you're going to give a 5th grader a $400 piece of technology to walk around in, there's an absolute difference.
And you got to remember that when you buy a phone, that $400 for the phone is just the phone.
Yeah.
Then you
It's
add
not-
on the
Main
almost
plan.
extra $200
Okay.
plan.
See, I didn't realize you were talking about just the stuff. I thought you were talking about, like, why do they get
Oh no,
this
the
when we...
technology
Yeah.
thing. I realize when we're old
Yeah.
people,
Okay.
we're gonna say, when I was your age, I didn't have
And then they're gonna laugh at
implanted
us.
surgery nanobots
Yeah.
to heal cuts on
When
my penis.
I was your age,
That's oddly specific.
I patiently await the
Rewind.
video.
We're gonna need some explanation.
yeah, rewind that for a second.
Implanted nanomachines to heal cuts on your penis.
All right, that's fine. No, we don't need to explore that. We don't need to explore that.
Back when I was your age, we had to use a pill to get an erection.
Back when this is gonna be a thing for me till the day I fucking die, and I don't care who the fuck has a problem with it. When I was your age, we only had 151 goddamn Pokemon, and that's the way it's gonna stay, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Since we're on that topic,
Go ahead.
I was babysitting this kid. I don't know. He was like 7, and I was talking about, what Pokemon do you like? And he was like saying random Pokemon names. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Do you know about Charmander? He said no. And I smacked the controller out of his hand in the house. I couldn't take it.
No, I'm not.
I was like, man, look, you can babysit yourself. You know everything.
You've got Pokemon 5, 16, fine, fuck, you know everything.
Yeah, dude, seriously. When I was 6, 7 years old, I was home alone all day. Like, I would be left at home alone all day. Like, what
I
the?
couldn't be trusted.
What the? Well, I'm surprised I was trusted after when both my parents were home. I jumped off a bar stool onto a couch similar to this, and I broke my arm the day before I started kindergarten. I'm surprised I was trusted ever again.
I got a bloody nose in kindergarten because I was swinging on 2 tables and I smashed my face into the floor and it
Damn.
fell off.
Well, me and my brother made a homemade flamethrower while my mom was away. But wait, let me explain.
Nice.
We were like, yo, I got a lighter and we got some,
that
some
reminds me of a
air
story.
spray, and so we're like, let's go burn stuff, and we're like, let's test it out in the toilet, right, to make sure that it's cool.
Oh my god.
And so
So we can flush the fire away.
we're like, I hope, he's like, you should hold it because you're better than me. I'm like, yeah,
Oh,
That's
I
where the
see.
complex started.
I'm
Yeah, I
pretty
was
shit.
like-
I got the fire.
yeah, I got I'm in control here. Little did I. Anyway, so I light it up, right? The lighter, I go,
The toilet.
and so he's like, shh. and the flame goes all over my hand.
Oh,
And I'm like, I don't think I should do this anymore. It's like, no, you're doing good. I'm like, I know.
That's why you're black in a Mexican family.
No.
Because you
The
got
burning
singed.
smell means it's
You
working.
got singed.
No, wait, let me...
And you complain that I'm a racist.
That wasn't racist. I said he singed himself.
Wait, let me finish.
No,
he didn't end
It's got mild racist undertones.
Whatever.
He is using science to prove that Mexican people can't be burned.
Hey, when I was a kid and I didn't understand things, I just thought black people just were sunburned really, really bad. That's what I thought when I was a kid, because no one told me otherwise.
Let's steer away from that now. Continue.
It's not a racist thing, it's just a child thing. Leave me alone. I'm being honest here. Can I be honest on my own fucking podcast?
No.
Jesus Christ.
No, you're not allowed.
Get out.
You gotta be politically correct.
I'll get it. Midgets. Alright?
Oh!
Midgets. Fucking midgets. I don't care about your little people, big world, you midget shits. Fuck you.
The one guy in that
I
show was
love
6 feet
the
tall.
I don't give a fuck.
That was perfect timing. You got to worry about political correctness. Midgets.
So...
We done?
You're gonna come to realize we interrupt each other a lot.
Oh, yeah. And so, like, as I realized on my hand is, it hurts a lot. And I'm like, we should switch. He's like, all right. And so I grabbed 2.
Wait, hold on. Just to remind everyone at home, what are you doing again?
Homemade flamethrower.
Okay. My hand was hurting. We should switch.
Okay. That's
It
the
was
part that
like,
gets me
yeah,
like,
let's do it.
okay.
I don't know. Forget it. Continue. I'm sorry.
So I grabbed 2. What? 2 because 2 are better than 1. I'm thinking we can make an
Smartest thing.
X, like, And it didn't work out because we singed, like, there was, like, these curtains next to the toilet. And not to the toilet, but it was in the way.
Yeah.
And so we both stopped because we're like, because in minority families, like, my mom does not play. That's like, and so we're like, we can't do it in the bathroom. So we decided to go outside and run with it. I know how it sounds, but it was cool as shit.
It's like running
I love
with,
this so
it's
much.
like running with silly string,
Yeah.
only 100 times better.
Yeah. Running with silly string that set on fire.
Yeah.
That
Fire
reminds me.
string.
That reminds me of a
That's
story,
awesome.
similar thing that happened to me.
I just think it's fucking funny. We can't do it in the bathroom because Mama don't play. Let's go run around the yard with it.
At least we're outside.
That's great.
It wasn't outside. It was this balcony because we lived in an apartment. It was, everything was made of wood, but we made
That's
sure
even
we
better.
We were
This
like,
is.
I mean, it was outside, but it was made of wood, so
Yeah,
we didn't.
so-
I want you to come back all the time.
We couldn't singe the drapes.
Luckily we don't have any drapes. There's no fire because we're in a really old wooden boat.
We're in wood.
We're in wood. We're inside of a tree. Welcome to Groupcast. We record in a tree.
Down Fraggle Rock.
Awesome. What happened with me was I had a couple friends over, and the only thing one of my friends brought with him was a can of Axe and a lighter. And he's like, "Look what I can do." So,
Dave, tell a story.
I painted
I
the
want
inside.
So-
Painted the inside of a shed door like that. Axe and
well,
fire.
I was like, I want to try that too. So I grabbed the axe and I grabbed the lighter and I tried it, but I was like putting it down because I didn't want to like catch the ceiling on fire or something. I don't quite remember why I went down, but the other guy walked in front of me right as I did the flamethrower and it singed his balls.
not his leg.
Why
his
were his balls out?
They weren't.
So it was just.
He was just wearing
Apparently-
crotchless pants.
Apparently, he still has a scar there.
It was like a critical hit in that just one
Yes!
area.
I
It was
don't
there was base
understand.
damage
Crits.
everywhere.
It
but
was
the
a critical hit. I hit him just in the right spot, I guess.
God damn.
It's horrible. Yes, Lennon.
Have I ever talked on the podcast about
No, you haven't.
the guy? Alright, I can't really say much without giving the ending away. Stop
Okay.
me if I've told this story.
Stop.
So, thank you. One of my classes in college was like a general just talking to people class. I don't remember what the fuck it was called.
Public speech.
Yeah, something like that. So we all had to give a speech on something that we were passionate about. And this one guy who was like this crazy veteran guy,
I love them.
he goes, hold on, I have to get set up for a second. He goes behind the smart cart and he's messing around with stuff. And we're all just sitting there waiting, like 2-3 minutes go by, and you just hear rustling and stuff. You don't hear him do much. And then all of a sudden, he comes up with an aerosol can and a lighter and shoots fire and goes, "Fire safety." What is this?
I didn't.
Now let me tell you something.
I think you told me that story, but I don't think you said it on the
It was
show.
so funny because the teachers in the back going, you can't do that, right? Like you can't just spring up and shoot fire across the classroom. And somebody you had to ask questions at the end of the thing as the kid talking. And the one person goes, "How did you do that with the fire?" And he goes, "Oh, it was just an aerosol can and a lighter." And it goes like this. You do this. And he goes it again. She's like, "Stop it! Just fucking stop it."
Let me show you something.
That's from In Living Color.
Jim Carrey played a fire marshal called Fire Marshal Bill, and his tagline was, "Let me show you something." And what he did was, on the segment of Fire Marshal Bill, he would just bust into random places. My favorite one was a hotel scene between two people on their honeymoon, and he explains to them fire safety.
Brothers?
No.
Okay.
Actually, one of the guy might have been a Wayne's brother, but there was an actual girl. It was like talking about fire safety and things you should avoid doing that would cause accidents. Best part, he pulled a blow-up doll out of a dresser, and the guy's like, that ain't mine. But he pulls it out and fills it with helium, telling him that you shouldn't do it. Then he pokes a hole in it and sets it on fire, and the entire apartment blows up.
But it's helium.
It was just stupid stuff.
It was the 90s.
Where helium doesn't make sense.
But,
Dave, tell your story.
But yeah.
Okay. Whenever I tell the story,
Let me tell you something.
I've been telling the story for about a good 2 weeks now because that's when it happened. But you either get one of two reactions, and there's this gender split. You tell it to a guy, he's like, "Oh my god, this is fucking hilarious." You tell it to a girl, and they're like, "Oh my god, you're such a fucking douchebag." But me and my girlfriend, our 6-month anniversary was coming up, and I decided to take her to a hibachi grill in Westminster, Sakura's, if anybody's ever been there. But as I was walking out the door, I was putting cologne on, and I have the shelf in my room. It just has a bunch of random shit on it, and on there is this little ring holder that I think my class ring was in it or something like that.
Okay.
But I got this really, really funny idea. So I grab a Post-it note and a pencil while I'm running out the door.
Go on.
I show up to her apartment. I write "gotcha" on the Post-it note and stick it inside the empty ring holder.
Okay.
And she opens the door to her apartment without saying anything. I walk with her to the center of the apartment, get down on one knee, and pretend to propose to her,
Okay.
stone-faced. And, I get, the whole spiel.
What was her
Then-
reaction?
Wait, let him get to
This is too good. Shut up.
And, I go through a whole spiel. "Alexandra Sherwood, will you marry me?" Slowly open up the ring, or the ring holder. The little note that says "gotcha" is on it. She flips out. She just starts like tears are coming down her face. She was freaking out. She's like, "Oh my god, I thought you were actually gonna do that. You scared the shit out of me." And
Stacy, is he a douchebag?
You're good. You're
was-
good. By my philosophies in life, you're fine.
okay.
She's
So-
still with you.
She's still with me. She's
Okay.
like, "Oh my god, I hate you so much. Why did you do that?"
That got me slapped.
And
I've done it before.
we pull pranks on each other all the time. It's sort of like a thing that we do.
That one's pretty damn good.
I don't think she can go back with that one.
Nah,
Speaking
Do
of
that to
speaking of
Emily.
pranks,
Okay, hold on.
this is a prank with a disappointing ending.
I don't want to hear it.
yeah,
wrong
that's
with you?
disappointing.
Yeah,
Give us one with a funny ending.
I was just going to say,
Change it up.
no, Jared, you can't.
Who's throwing shit?
You're not on the
Oh,
show.
by the way, did you go to Jared for your gotcha joke?
The Post-it note was from
I
Jared.
see what you did there.
Remember how I
You went to
wrote that
Jared.
fan fiction, and
Uh-huh.
I went to I printed it out, folded it up, put it in an envelope.
I didn't think you were going to actually go through with
I
it.
did.
before.
I did.
Okay.
I got my friend Amber to find the sluttiest perfume she could find.
Did
I
you put, like,
sprayed it
rose
all
on it?
over. I hid it in his dresser.
Okay.
I haven't heard back to see if he found it or not.
Okay.
I'm really hoping he does, but I haven't heard anything yet.
What if he doesn't realize it's in there?
Well, he'd have to because he moved out of the dorm building.
Before or after you put it in?
After.
He moved out after?
No, I moved out after I put it in there.
Oh, and he was still there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he didn't know it was in there.
Alright.
So one of two things happened. One, he found it and just threw it away and didn't even look at it. Or two, he hasn't opened it and looked at it yet.
Okay.
Okay, I have a fun story.
Go ahead.
So, I call it the worst day of my life. Like, the absolute
Great
worst.
start.
I have a funny story. It was the worst day of my life.
But it's funny.
Alright.
Because, I mean, if anything could
Does
go
that
wrong...
still make it the worst day of your life?
No, I can laugh at it now because it was too perfect, the coincidence. So, that's called my first job. So I get a call, right? Because I was working at a temp agency for a while. And then, like, get here by 12:30. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I get my brother to drive me over. And then he's like, I can't stay, hurry up. And I'm like, okay, I'll be quick. Because, I live a mile away from the temp agency. So I go in there, they're like, oh, yeah, you work at 3 o'clock. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then I go outside, he's gone. But I'm like, I got a job, I don't care. And I start running home. And I get home, and then I figure out that my job is 5 miles away. And I'm like, my brother has me, I got this. And he's like, I can't drive you.
Hello.
Continue.
And so...
He doesn't matter.
And so...
You matter.
And so I'm like, he doesn't want to drive me. I found a bike in the back. It's cool. Everything's good. I can bike there. I get on the bike. The first stop, traffic light, turns red. I go to brake. There's no brakes on the bike. but I decide I can jump off the bike at the right time. So I time it, and I freak out and I can't do it. So I just go like that, and I just fall. I fall with the bike. And then I get back up, and I'm like, you know what? I got a job, whatever. And so I hit...
You got a job, whatever.
Yeah, I was hyped. I was like,
when
I
you're
got a job.
desperate, yeah.
Dad, this is a dedication story of a boy who needs to get to work.
Yeah, and so there's Route 30 is like this, and this is George Street.
Right.
And so I'm at the corner. I'm trying to not trying to get my mind right so I can cross the highway. And so I'm like, okay, I can do this because there's no sidewalk after I cross it.
Yeah.
And so I cross the highway, all right, and I'm going up a hill, and I see cars coming behind me, so I bike harder with no brakes, mind you. And now I'm going down the hill, there's cars behind me, so I keep biking because I'm thinking, oh god, they're gonna hit me, they don't care. And so I go up the ramp a little bit to go on 83, and then I know because I couldn't stop, there's no brakes, and it's like there was a light right at the bottom of the hill, and I had to go up the ramp, and so I dodge a couple cars, I freak out a little, but it's cool. I got a job. I keep telling myself that. And so earlier that day, I looked on Google Maps to figure out where I'm going. And so I find out that I'm lost. I don't know where I'm going. I'm like, oh man, where am I at? And then I see a newspaper guy. I'm like, that guy, he knows the area. So it just so happened it was a special ed newspaper guy on his first day on the job. And he's like, yo, I don't know where I'm at. I'm like, dude, you're a newspaper guy. And he's like, yeah,
Don't worry, you got a job.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I told myself, I don't care. I'm all right. I got a job.
I'm okay. We both have jobs.
Yeah. It's like, we're going to have a good day.
Fuck you, recession.
And so,
I have a job.
and so, I'm like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo on the road, which way to take. And I'm like, I'll just turn right.
I normally just use rock, paper, scissors to decide, but it's hard to
Play
do
rock,
it.
paper, scissors with the road?
Yeah, it's real hard to get a winner out of that.
They always choose rock.
90% of the time, you always choose rock.
And so, I just so happened to choose the right way, and it turns out it was a block away from the newspaper guy. Mm-hmm. And if I find him, I'm gonna fight him because he was a block away. And so, anyway,
Fight for job supremacy.
And so I get to the job. I'm exhausted, and the guy's like, "Look, man, I see you're on a bike. You got 5 minutes to rest. Get to work." I'm like, "It's not 3 o'clock yet." He's like, "I don't care." I was like, all right, I got a job. And so what I have to do is, there's propane tanks. They're like, they're kind of this tall or whatever. Not to feed them to stations. But there's only 3 of us, and there's 180 tanks we have to do as fast as possible. And so I'm a little guy, right? And I didn't know about brakes. I didn't know that was a thing. I was like, this is my first job. I didn't know. And so 5 hours straight, my arm just quit. I just can't. They my muscles just don't want to move. And the guy's like, oh, man, hate to tell you, it's raining outside, but you gotta go home because I can't work anymore. So I'm on a bike. I forgot to say I have a book bag full of library books. I don't know why. It's raining.
You're cross training for your job.
Yeah, apparently.
Don't worry, you got a job.
Yeah, I got a job, and so I'm walking home, and I decided to take a new way, a new path, because I'm a genius.
Not 83.
Not 83. It's just different. I was like, man, I'm smart, and so I go up this hill.
Smart. I got a job.
Yeah, it's raining, right, and it feels great on my arms until a semi.
But you can still feel your arms at this point.
I mean, I have to push the bike, and it's like dropping on my arms, and it feels great because it's cold water. And then I'm like, this is okay. It's not so bad. And a semi splashes water all over me, and I'm like, man, this is just. I got a job, please. I come on. I'm like, yeah, so I can do this. I get to the top of the hill, and I just start coasting down. I'm like, yeah. I'm smiling, laughing. Yeah, it's like it's not
wait,
so
I don't
bad.
have brakes.
I made $27, I think. I don't know. And then I realized that there's a puddle, not a puddle, there's an ocean at the bottom of this hill. And it's like...
In York, Pennsylvania, there's an ocean.
Yeah, there's... And I'm like, trying to... This is my feet, trying to like stop myself. Because there's no friction anymore. I'm like, oh, man, I'm just going to hit it. And so I hit the ocean, and then it's like...
And then Jaws comes up,
yeah,
and you gotta punch him in the throat.
But you could do that because you got a job.
I got a job, right?
But your job isn't to punch sharks in the throat.
It's not.
Okay.
But he handles propane tanks, which could be simulated to oxygen tanks, which he used to kill Jaws.
There you go.
Something like that. And
he's got a job.
Yeah, I got a job. So everything's wet. I'm like, I just got a shower, and it feels refreshing because everything hurts. And so I decide I can't ride this bike anymore. I don't have brakes. There's no way to stop me. And I don't know how I made it alive so far. And so I'm walking, and this is an industrial road, so there's going to be semis going constantly. Mm-hmm. And I've never, like, almost cried because I was so scared before. But, like, this is me, and this is semis, like... And the air, like, the wind coming off that truck is so strong that I just go like that a little bit. And it's like... And I'm like... like, I freak out. I'm like, oh, my God. And then I'm like, I got to get on this bike. I need to go home. I need to go home right now. And so I get to Route 30 again, right? And I'm like, oh, I made it, yeah. And I'm like, I'm going to take another detour. Right? Because it's a bad idea.
It's not been too much of a bad day yet.
I mean, I feel like
I got a job.
Yeah. I'm like, why not explore York? And so I crossed Route 30, and I go by a gas station, and then little did I know it was a dead end. But before that dead end, there was another ocean, chucked full of mud, because there was just a
mud ocean.
Factory, no, a factory. Yeah, mud ocean. A factory right there, and there was just dirt.
New Orleans. You rode your bike so far you hit New Orleans.
Pretty much. And so when you ride through like mud or dirt, it flings onto your back.
Yeah.
So you can't go fast or slow. You just have to get it done.
You gotta fly.
Yeah. And so I go through it the first time. Then I have to come back.
Thank you. Oh my God, that's great.
What did he say?
It was just. I wish I could take off.
I believe I can fly.
No, in German.
I don't know German.
Neither do I.
Consult Riley.
And mind you, this all happened in one day. And so I'm wet. I'm muddy. My library books are. My arms, I can't feel them. And so I decided to walk down Route 30. And I see these, like in I don't know, parking poles, these yellow poles that come up a certain height or whatever. I see them. I'm like, I'm gonna ride through them like a boss, right? And
Little did I know that they were only this wide.
Oh no, it gets better. There's a rope going through them, right? There's a rope. I have glasses on. There's rainwater. I can't see. My arms hurt. Anyway, so I go through them, and it clotheslines me off the bike. And I'm like, you know what? One more thing, and I'm just gonna break down. I can't do this anymore. And I'm like, it's all right. I get on the bike, and I Charlie horse in one leg, and I fall. And so I'm like, yo, it's all right. I jinx myself. It's a bad day.
And he's laying there in a puddle, covered in mud. His arms hurt. His library books are ruined. He ain't got a bike no more. And fuck my job.
No, wait, not yet.
Fuck my job.
Not yet.
No, it's still, I've got a job.
Chapter 5. All right.
Let me pinpoint where I'm at. Because it's... I'm just a couple hundred feet away from the temp agency that gave me the job. It just so happened magically,
Okay.
I was just.
I was gonna say you're a couple hundred feet from work.
Oh no,
You
not
just
from work.
somehow got turned around, and you're a couple hundred feet from where you started.
Oh man.
Crossed the same ocean the other
same-
way, and that's where the mud came from.
Yeah, I just hit to. Wait, let me finish. And so, I get back on the bike thinking, okay, I stretched a little. No more Charlie horses. So there's a bump that I was gonna ramp off of because I'm nice apparently. I forgot that my arms hurt because they're numb now. And
I just forgot I had arms.
Yeah, and so I hit the bump and I go to land and my arms go like that, and you know that I was going down. So I hit the floor and I'm like, you know,
It's
what
like, I
happened?
give up. Where's this going?
Not yet, almost. This is just one more thing. I get back on the bike and not just one Charlie horse, two hit me, and it hit me so hard that I clamped the bike. And I just fell with it. And I was just there in tears. I was just like, I can't do this. I don't care about jobs. And then it happened that I went into the temp agency and I was like, I quit. I don't want your jobs. I got home. There was a trash bag full of clothes or something. I don't know. I went to land on it. And I fell and missed it and landed on the floor. And I just slept there for 30 minutes. So... And then my cousin comes in like, no, you can't. You're going to get sick. You're going to die. I'm like, I don't care.
Because you're sleeping on the floor.
Covered in mud.
Yeah, I was
Covered in
getting
mud.
wet. And I was like, I don't care. Let me die. Just let me die.
I don't have a job no more.
And mind you, the day doesn't end there. I go to, he's like, he helps me get, like, he gets me new clothes or whatever. I'm like, look, I don't need this. And he's like, come on, man. You're good. You're alive still. You still got your arms and legs. So
Somehow.
And then he's like, come over to my house. We'll chill. And I was like, yeah, that sounds cool. I go over to his house, and he's like, he has icy hot, which I soon learned that's like liquid napalm, and a burrito. He's like, you can only get the burrito after you get the icy hot.
Okay.
I'm like, man, I don't want to do this. But then the
This is
burrito.
initiation.
No,
What happened?
no,
For
because
the burrito. For the burrito.
yeah. So
Fuck my
eventually,
job. Fuck my job.
Eventually, he convinces me to put the icy hot on my arms, and then I put it on, and at first it's like the sensation is like, oh man,
Not where I thought where this was going at all. I am I'm drained from everything that just happened. I started rubbing the burrito on my arms, and I just started eating the icy hot. I was like, I don't give a fuck no more.
And then I did die.
But now I'm here.
But in the end, after the burning sensation and me crying and rolling around, he gave me the burrito. He didn't tell me there was molten lava inside the burrito. It was just fresh, like out of the microwave. And after that, I just stayed on the floor, just looking up, crying for the rest of the day. And I slept on the floor there. It was in his room though. It was cool.
If you would have shortened that to about 5 minutes, that would be amazing comedy.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah,
I don't care. I have a job.
yeah, I was pretty hyped about the job, but
What was the job?
it was. I don't even know. I just had to work.
But it was a job.
It was a job.
He was working for Hank Hill.
I didn't even. I didn't even take the check.
Propane.
I was so mad. I didn't take the check. I was like, you know what? You guys can have your
Baba
check.
no! Baba
Baba no, Baba no.
Whoa! I think we're done now.
I think we should
I
wrap
think we're
up.
thoroughly done.
Don't forget the 40 minutes of crap before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jared has something to say.
What?
My first job, I'm kind of segueing between.
No one cares. We're done.
It has to do with
You're an audience member. You have no opinion.
I'm sorry.
We're done.
Tell it after the show.
Let him talk.
Ooh, Stacy's laying down the law.
Lucy.
What did I tell you, people?
THX.
Yeah.
Pretty much how it was going.
I think I just had a stroke.
Moo. I'm king of the cows. Moo.
Oh man, this is awesome.
Casey,
Hello.
say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Kyle,
Good night, everybody.
Juan,
Good night, everybody.
and Dave.
I can't.
Listen up.
Wait. For Dave. Will you marry us? Just kidding.
Just kidding.
It's on the other side.
I open the case backwards.
Will I marry me?
Hells yeah, Will.
Oh man.
I'm done. It's called masturbation, Steve. That's what it's called. It's a cock ring. All right.
I'm gonna have to watch this later.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
From your family.
From your friendly neighborhood.
Black
It's hot.